Thank you, Liv. Okay, so yeah, as you can see there, Tuesday, the 1st of June. Oh my goodness. We're going to start tonight really because we've just bounced off of AIM, and thanks, Liv, you're doing the slides for me tonight. We thought we'd probably anchor our evening by starting with lessons shared and learned from AIM, because I wanted to anchor why we're doing tonight in the way that we're doing it, and I hope that makes sense. And as I said, we're bouncing off of AIM, and there was so much information shared there, but the most important part of the event was wrapped around the importance of connecting. And to this point, if you just communicate, you can get by, but if you communicate skillfully, you can work miracles. So we learned about building relationships. We learned about strategic networking, and underpinning all that was learning that our USP, our unique selling position, was is our glycan technology. So I guess really what I wanted to validate tonight, our industry, our DNA in this arena is built around people and how we connect. And, it's so important as the tools change and the vehicles change, that we remember that, they are basically tools. And we had a segment at AIM that our marketing director, Sarah, did on Facebook that unfortunately we weren't able to bring you. And that's going to be our main focus for tonight's business platform. So we're recognizing social media as an important business tool. And how we connect and communicate is going to be important, utilizing this tool. But what's happening, Facebook is changing the method of communicating, what we can put on Facebook. So we've got some interesting information to share with you tonight. But let's kick off, because I guess it's actually understanding our audience as well. We thought we'd take a poll. So we're going to ask you again about being authentic and about being genuine. Are you using any social media at this point in time? And this is a way that we gather business intelligence that we can utilize going forward. So are you using any social media? Multiple choices. We've got Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, all of the above. Make it easy to answer. And let's be transparent if you don't use social media at all, or you want to learn how to use social media. As I say, this is our way of gathering in-depth business intelligence that helps us focus and also direct where our calls need to go, and what sort of tools we need to share with you, and what sort of learning we need to share with you as well. Okay, I've got 19 out of 20. I think we're probably just about there, Liv, don't you think? So, okay, so sharing results. Look, the biggest handshake there is Facebook, and that probably doesn't surprise me. Instagram is obviously another vehicle, not so often used, LinkedIn, all the above. So if we had Facebook and those three, look, you guys are doing really well. I guess I want to circle back and see how we can support those who are perhaps not comfortable with social media at this point in time and have answered they don't use it at all, as well as support those who want to learn how to use it more effectively going forward. So look, thank you for that. That was really interesting. We're going to make you work tonight, because we're going to fire off another poll to you as well. Okay. And the next one, really for those who've said to us or just answered that you use social media, I'd like to know how much your business actually relies on this as a platform. So again, we've got some questions for you. A little, some, a lot, most of your business, all of my business. Now that's an interesting one. So think about it for a bit, but it is important again. Thank you. Okay. Well, look, thank you for that. And I guess the segmentation here is already showing up. Within our business arena, we have those who are very successfully utilizing all forms of social media, and others are on a learning journey. But a little, I hope we can give you some ideas and confidence perhaps to utilize social media in the right way going forward. I'm old school, so some mixed with regular face-to-face contact to me is a good business platform. So a lot, great, you've mastered the art. Most of your business, I find that one very interesting. All of your business. Now, okay, that's that I'm going to take on board. I might ask some more questions about that one going forward. So thank you for that. That's really interesting. Okay. Okay, now, I guess we're trying to define a target audience as we go forward. So for those of you who've, I guess, answered the previous questions, how much of your time do you spend promoting your business or finding customers on social media? Now, that's a slightly different question, and it's going to help us with some different data that's going to, again, help us. So here again, multi-choice, I think, yeah, once a day, twice a day, a scheduled time each day, multiple times, every second day, once a week, infrequently. Okay, when I can get to it, love that one. Okay, thank you. So again, infrequently has obviously got the highest input there, for want of a better word. There's different forms of acknowledgement around whether infrequent or frequent is good or bad for the business, whether people switch on and switch off. But I guess it's what you put on, how you post, what sort of communication you're utilizing, as in how you connect with your customers, also makes a difference in results. So I guess, and this leads us on to why we asked Sarah to share with you, I guess, the next segue. And look, I want to thank Sarah, put so much work into this before our AIM event. And as I mentioned at the onset, we were unable to share it. So it's coming to you via video tonight. And I think Sarah does make a reference to AIM. So please disregard that. And she couldn't join us live tonight. But this is so value add in the changes that are happening on the Facebook platform that you guys all need to be aware of. And I'm going to sit back and listen to this recording, and then we'll have some questions afterwards. So I'm going to handball by video over to Sarah so we can share her video with you. So thank you. Take plenty of notes.
Well, hello everyone, and thank you. So today I'm going to be doing some social media training, which will be very exciting, I think, because there's quite a few things I have to share that will really help you in your business. Some of the things that we're going to be focusing on are, or some key takeaways, I'm going to go through some key statistics. I'll go through some Facebook changes. I'll also go through personal profiles versus business pages and what else you can utilize to help your business. I'll also take you through the Facebook algorithm, and we'll take you through what it is, what it isn't, and why it's there, and what job it has, and some key understanding around that. And then I'll take you through a key tool that we can utilize and pull all of this training together. All right, so to start off, I'm going to take you through some Facebook statistics. So 24.7 million is the Australian population as of right now, today. 16 million people is the number of people that look at their Facebook feed at least once per day. $1.2 billion. This is the number of Facebook profiles globally. 70% is the number of people that refresh their Facebook feed at least 7 to 8 times per day. And the last one I have there is 2 hours and 24 minutes. And you can probably guess that one. It is the average time per day that our Facebook users use the platform. So that's quite a lot going on there. There's a lot of statistics. So the first thing I really want to talk about is some Facebook fears, and we have all had them at some stage. The first one is overwhelm. Sometimes we feel completely overwhelmed by Facebook and how it can help our business. The second one might be that you feel a little bit left behind. The third one there is that Facebook is always changing, so how can you keep up with it? That's another fear that others is quite common. And the last one there is that you might be doing all these things, but it just isn't working. So it leads to a fear that you just don't want to do anything at all. So today's training is really going to address some of these issues, some of these fears. The main one there that I can say though is hoping and wishing and wanting that all of these fears go away will not happen unless you have a key actionable strategy in place, some key points to act on. So hope is not a strategy in this. Hope is definitely not a strategy. So moving on, there is one constant with Facebook, and I think you know what that is. The one constant is that it will always change. You just need to believe it, you need to accept it, and that it will always change. But having said that, if we know that Facebook is always changing, we can at some point decide for ourselves that we can learn at our own pace on what we need to do and where we need to go with it. Now, Facebook has also got three key things that they are focusing on over the next couple of years. And these are important because it means this is what they're focusing on. This is what they're looking for the engagement in the platform. So they're always looking for connection. This is one of their key focuses, engagement and entertainment. And these three things are important, which I'll mention a bit later on. What Facebook is not, is it is not spam, it's not over promotion, it's not unhealthy conversation, and it's not complaining. So don't even go down that pathway. Always keep things positive. Never go down the negative route. Okay, a couple of changes that will be coming through. Some people will already have these changes. Some people will not have these changes, and some will have a little bit of both, depending on how they're rolling it out. And often they will roll out changes over time, over the couple of months that they have. So a couple of things are likes will be deleted. So there's only a follow option, and they will be redesigning the page layout. So for example, for me, I still have my likes on that page, but they have redesigned the page layout. So there's different things to different people. Improper use of personal profiles. So spamming or messaging people without permission is going to be a big no-no, so just don't do it. Competitions, you can't share or tag to win if you do competitions. And another big thing is that you can't give away samples of TGA approved products. They just don't do it. So priorities in our Facebook feeds, these are some of the changes that will come through. So they will prioritise video posts, they will prioritise conversational posts, so ones that get a lot of engagement and comments. User-generated content will also be prioritised, which means that content that you're using and that you're creating yourself and uploading to the platform. And there'll also be stories. So Facebook stories will also be prioritised. So they are things that will be liked upon if you do those things, and Facebook will like them and will definitely share them with a lot more people on your platform. Okay, so going through what this Facebook formula is, we have a personal profile, a business page, a group page, and stories. And I'll go through a couple of those now. So what we start with is our personal profiles. So the purpose is to connect with family, friends, and connections. okay, do not do business on your personal profile, I suggest. But you can be curious. You can share your journey, but don't promote. Don't post your product. It will be seen as overstepping the line. Facebook does not allow personal profiles to be used for commercial purposes, and that's the stretch line. So don't sell through your personal profile. Potentially they could, not look upon that favorably, and then you'll go into a page where they might delete your profile, but don't even go down there. But you can use your personal profile to support your business page and your groups, and you can inspire and generate curiosity. Don't tell everyone absolutely everything, but you can inspire and put content out that inspires and creates curiosity. The other thing is that if you get into a large amount of people on your personal profile, the personal profile has a maximum of 5,000 connections, but it can't be viewed publicly. So your views, it's going to minimize your exposure. So you're best, if you have a personal profile, to set up a business page. Now, a business page, the purpose of a business page is to promote a business or a brand. There's no limit to your followers. It is publicly viewable, which is great news. You can share page roles. So if you have a group together, you can share page role. You can schedule posts as well. So you don't have to be there right on the platform all the time. It's a great place to get leads, but as well, a business page will give you insights, which is something your personal profile does not have. So insights will give you statistics on who's coming to the site, what they're coming for, and all of those types of details. It also gives you the opportunity to do some targeting and some Facebook ads if you want to go down that path. So that's the benefits of a business page. The third one there we have is a group page. Now, groups are really good for creating community, for building relationships and providing value, and a really good place to connect with your target customer market. It also gives a sense of community, and it can help build your tribe. So with a group page, it's always good to add value, because people buy from people who trust and like you. So always have something there of value in your group page. So the last one that we have there is stories. Now, stories is a great place to share your heart. You can share your story behind your business or behind your brand, and you can share more about you. So these are some of the ways that we can use our personal profile, our business page, group pages, as well as stories going forward. Remember, with those three key things, which was connection, engagement, and entertainment. So keep those in mind. All right, so now we've got that clear. I'm going to move on to the Facebook algorithm. My goodness, this is a bit of a chunky piece, so you better listen. So the Facebook algorithm, okay, so a little bit of history about this. So about 7 or 8 years ago, Facebook realized it was becoming a really busy place, and, they had a captive audience, and they decided to get a little bit spammy. They were selling Facebook to all their audience. They were becoming very spammy, and they started to lose their audience. So they started to lose their users in droves, and they started to go to other platforms. So Facebook realized they had to be smarter. They had to adapt if they were going to survive. So what they did was they brought in the program, which is now called the algorithm. And the whole purpose of this algorithm was to learn everything they could about their audience, and that is you. They wanted to learn everything there was to know about you. So what we do know about the algorithm, of course, is it's constantly changing. So it's constantly changing every single day. It's adapting and evolving. Its job is to learn about you. So the types of things it would learn is what kind of websites you're going to, what you do for a living. It will learn about who you're connected to and who your friends are, your age, what you drive, and whether you have kids. So when you think about this, we're actually giving Facebook all of this information. So what is this algorithm for? So what it does is essentially it chooses what people see on social media. So what it does is it takes all the information and it uses information only gives the content that you want to see to the person that you want to give it to. So remember, the Facebook algorithm also has the express purpose of keeping you on the platform for longer and more frequently. So it delivers you things that it delivers you the things that they know you will like, as it's based on your own behavior. So what that tells me and what that happens is that every single Facebook feed is personalized to you. Every single person has their own personalized Facebook feed. When you think about it, that's a pretty amazing algorithm. So for example, if you watch a cute puppy video and it engages you on the platform for 30 seconds to 45 seconds, you guessed it, Facebook is going to deliver you more content like that with the express purpose of keeping you on the platform for longer and more frequently. So it actually learns what it has about you, about your own behavior of which you've given it yourself. So, and this is all fine and well, but when as a business you put posts out there that Facebook deems are not interesting to your target customer, it doesn't deliver it. Because remember, its sole job is to keep people on the platform. So this is why understanding your target customer or ideal customer and what they want to see is really so important to your success on social media. So these platforms only show me what I want to see. So if you want to reach me on this platform, you have to create content that I'm going to want to see. So therefore, what I'm saying is everything that you post on your social media does not get shown to your audience. It doesn't get delivered to your audience. So you might think that's a little bit unfair, but that is how the algorithm works. So when you think about that, if Facebook is controlling what I do see and what we don't see, how do we turn that around? How do we turn that to our advantage? So, and that's the challenge that we want to put to you. So therefore, appealing to your customer is really, really important. And I'll take you through a key tool that I will give you, and we'll take you through that tool that will give you a big boost in how to get that. So before we take you through that tool, I just wanted to go through a few things of what people don't do well on Facebook. So what people don't do well. What they don't do well is they broadcast. So they broadcast their message. They tell people the world of what's going on. They don't engage you. They don't ask for your opinion. And they don't interact with you. So that's what people don't do well. And they need to interact. Remember, they need to engage, excite, entertain. The other thing that they don't do well on Facebook is some people focus on the pretty, not on the purpose. So sometimes they forget to consider what they want to achieve, and that is a really important thing. So, you know, when you're putting a post or some content together, what is your objective? What's the objective of your post? Why are you putting that out there? You really need to look at the purpose of what you're doing. And this is from a business point of view as well, I'm talking about, not a personal profile. So the next thing that I have is that they don't provide value. And this is important. You know, you don't want to be boring. You want to provide value. You want to educate, entertain, and empower your audience. And the last thing is that they potentially don't understand their customer. So they're not creating the right content, and therefore Facebook will not deliver it to your audience. The Facebook algorithm, that is what it is. So when you think about it, are you doing this? So when we think about some of our fears from before when things aren't working, Are you doing this? Are you not having a clear picture of what your customer market is, and therefore not creating the best content that you can and providing the value that Facebook wants you to provide? So remember, if you try to reach everybody, you will not reach anyone. Okay. And why does this matter? Because you need to form a social media objective. You need to reach and directly communicate with your tribe. You want to build a community of similar-minded individuals, and you want to experience more joy in your business by doing that. So what you need to really do is think about your ideal customer. So when you think about your ideal customer, if you've got to think about it from the point of view that if I could work with one group of people, who would that be? Who exactly would that be? And to work exactly to work that out exactly, I've actually created an avatar worksheet. Now, this is a tool that you can find readily on the internet. I've just created one and popped our logo on for you guys to utilize. But when you think about it, you've got to think about, how does your customer feel? You know, what makes them feel amazing? You know, are they looking for lots of energy? You've got to really think about, you know, what kind of person you're targeting. Obviously, the kind of person you're targeting after you take the product, yeah? So let's take you through the tool. So in order to work with the algorithm, you know what you've got to do. You've got to understand your customer so you can provide the content needed to make sure Facebook will deliver your content. So let's go through this, and I will make this available to you for you. So let's just go through this. When you need to brainstorm in this session, I want you to name that person. The avatar name is there. Just if we go down on the left-hand side there, their age, their gender, location, their marital status, whether they have kids, their occupation, industry, annual income, what car they drive, interests and hobbies, fitness level, all these kind of things are important. Their dietary choices, how health conscious are they, and whether they have any religious or spiritual views. That's also important. In the middle there, I've got a few more things of delving right into what kind of person this is. Their favourite websites, social media profiles that they follow, favourite brands, favourite stores that they purchase things from, and favourite online shops that they purchase from. I've got in there too personal goals and business goals. Make sure you put that in. But one of the two key questions here that I really want you to focus on, and it's got there two golden questions. One of these is, what keeps this person awake at night? So what you got to think about are, what are these problems? What are these person's problems? What are their challenges? Are they tired? Are they frustrated? Are they stressed out? Are they working full time and stressed out and all they want to do is just work part time? You know, what are these types of things that keep them up at night? So trying to understand that problem will really help us understand that person. So really think about that and write that down. The second question there is, what gets them up in the morning? So if you flip that from a positive point of view, what gets them up in the morning? What do they love to do? What do they love to see? What are their interests? What are their values? You know, what is the feeling there that it creates by them getting up in the morning? What makes them get up in the morning? It's exciting. So resonating with this is what's important. So if we write all this down and collect all this information about our own customers' persona, we can provide assistance and value by creating content on social media that will be able to connect with them. So by creating this content, it will go to more of your audience and it will attract them. They will get to know you. And all of a sudden, people will come to you quite, you know, just by themselves. You won't feel that you have to go out and get people. they will be attracted to you because you have been able to delve into their psyche of what their problems, their fears, and what their challenges are, and also what gives them light and hope. And then gauge a connection with them together. And that is the way that you can resonate with them and create the content. Remember, you want to know how people feel. So remember, people remember not what you said, but how you made them feel. So make sure you remember that one. So when you have all of this information about this person, this customer avatar, creating and brainstorming content around this customer is what will give you that resonation. Is that a word? I'm not sure if that's a word. But if people will be able to resonate. And Facebook will see you will get more engagement from this content. You will get more entertainment. It's more educational. It's more value. And the Facebook algorithm will see what's happening and provide that valuable content to more of your audience. So that's sort of what it will be in a nutshell. So that's it. I will give you access to this afterwards. I will advise where you can find it. I'll probably pop it on the library for you. But if, so please make a note of this training. That's what I have for today. I hope that's been very helpful for you because it's been enlightening for me. But getting right into that target audience is so important for you to be successful on social media. So give it a go, download the page and do some brainstorming around it, and you'll be able to provide some really excellent content.
So, and thank you, Sarah. As I say, a great piece of educational video. A lot to learn from and to share. And, you know, there's not one customer, it's not one profile. It's about building groups of customers. Yes, you can have a perfect customer. And I saw a chat come up, you know, it's about who is your target customer. You can build that profile. You can have several groups, but this is a good place to start by building that customer that you want to go after so that you can fine tune and hone in how you're going to start creating the interest on your Facebook page that will draw in that particular group of people that will become your customers. So look, a great piece of work. And, you know, I'd like now to take a poll because we're going to share with you where you can find this of information shortly. So having just seen that and I guess learned that we need to define our customer, let's take a poll. Do you know who your ideal customer is? Yes, no? I have an idea. And you have more than one. That's what I was talking about. You can actually segue people into groups, but then you can actually market to those groups to get the best return on your time, your investment, and your time and energy. Okay, excellent. Well, the ones who are answering no, that's a good place to start thinking about now, you know, who do you want to target? Who do you want to create as a customer base, plural, based on the information that Sarah has just shared with you. Okay. Let's, those who've answered, I have an idea. Now we're going to get down and be more specific, because at the end of the day, drilling down and doing a deep dive and creating that avatar, as I say, you can have more than one, will be really good for your business platform. Okay, so thank you. All right. Okay, so let's take a poll, another one, and I do appreciate your input here because this really is important. If you answered yes, who is your ideal customer or customers? And this again is getting food for thought. Have a look at these, because this is where you're going to start targeting your audience. Those who said yes, are they fitness focused? I wonder what we're going to do with this information. Have they health issues? Mothers, maybe menopausal women, younger generation, older generation, other, drop it into the hat. Wow, okay. I wonder what we're going to do with this information, because it is great data for us to utilize. Thank you. Thank you for that. Look at that, health issues. I guess with our portfolio, I'm finding those answers very interesting. Thank you. Okay. All right. So health issues, 50%. I guess that's the larger part of our audience tonight, targeting customers who have health issues, which probably speaks volumes. But look at all those other groups that you can build an avatar around, which would be great. Yeah, and I've just seen Kim pop in mental health issues. Absolutely. Once you start thinking about collective groups and how you can maximize the opportunity to be of benefit to that group, and how you target with specific information on Facebook, you're going to see an amazing shift in the business platform. Okay, thank you. All right, so another section for you to have a look at here. And again, we just put some ideas here. Who is your ideal customer? You start building this bit by bit, and it really is going to keep you focused. I think that's my my in word at the moment. Everything's needing to be focused, but it's so apt when you are looking to get results from the time that you invest in creating your social media posts. Thank you. Okay. So we're coming back to, let's get personal, and it's interesting why we've repeated this. Sarah called out the golden questions, and I wanted to remind you of them. What keeps this person awake at night? If someone has a problem and keeps them awake, for example, and you can solve that problem, then you've got what I call a golden handshake with a customer, okay? Or what gets them up in the morning, a bit of a reverse psychology there, but that's doing a deep dive. And your opportunity is to be a solver, a problem solver, to come forward with a solution that your customer buys into. And when they buy into the solution, they're actually buying into your support, your help, and purchasing your product. Makes sense, doesn't it? Okay, so where can you find this worksheet? And I want you to go into manatechlinks.com. It's in the resource library, and it's actually the Manatech Avatar worksheet in training. It's up there already for you to utilize. I suggest you go in, print it out, and start using it, and get your head around, how to maximize your business opportunity. Okay, so I'm going to talk about maximize your business opportunity. I just wanted you to, I wanted to revert back, what is your full potential? We know that we've just shared Facebook is a tool, but I want to bring it all together. It's a tool, and there's other opportunities, but what you bring into that arena is very important. And I opened up by talking about, our USP, our unique selling proposition, our glycan technology. No other company has got that USP, and that stands you head and shoulders above the competition. So learn about it, understand it, and we had a great presentation from Robin at our AIM event. So have confidence that you've got something unique. Building your target audience, that's what we've just talked about. That's, identifying the avatar of your customer, the profile, and then maximizing your Facebook post to connect with your preferred customer base. But then we need to take it to the next level. We need to take it to the next step, develop the relationship with meaningful communication. I see the Facebook post as the start, and that's just opens the door. And then you've got an opportunity to develop the relationship, because you know what? Establishing a loyal customer base is fundamental to solid business growth. It's not, how can I say, it's building the relationship. That loyal customer base will go on to possibly, if not probably, having an automatic order with you and being a customer, for the long haul, the long game, not the short game. So that's maximizing your full potential. So I want you to think about that. So tonight, I'm going to leave you with this one. I love this profile, because you know what? Again, it's about our business. People don't care what you know until they know that you care. And doing what you do is showing that you care about your customers, you understand them, you want to connect with them, and you want to give them the best opportunity for a better wealth and health, both platforms. So look, thank you for joining us tonight. It's been an interesting call tonight. I hope you've got a lot from it. And I will see what's on the chat and see if there's any questions. I'm not sure that I know all the answers. And if I can't, we'll take them on notice and get back to you. So no questions. I think we've probably, I love the one, sorry, who's pulled up? I just saw Kim, mental health issues. I mean, you know, that's such a big issue at the moment. And again, I want to, I guess, assert a little other piece of information tonight. I know we sent out tonight about Men's Health Week coming up in a couple of weeks. Why not use this as an opportunity to build that avatar, you know, around Men's Health Week, hone your skills, develop that customer base, and see what the impact has on your business. I'm sure it'll be a positive one. So have fun, keep doing what you do, and thanks for joining us tonight, and I look forward to catching up with you. Another key event in 2 weeks' time, I believe. We've actually got Chris Simons presenting. I'm not going to say any more than that, but you need to put that date in your diary and come back and join us in 2 weeks tonight. Thanks, everyone.
Did you want to share the video, Jenny?
Yes, please. And we'll sign off by, we started with AIM. It was such a great event. We've done a highlights video, just a quick grab to show you how important it was, what fun we had, and get you ready for our next one. So thanks, everybody. See you again soon.
Good morning, Australasia, and welcome to the very special AIM event. You are in a mission to eradicate childhood malnutrition. And we thank you. I know that you just collected over $5,000 extra to be able to feed more children, and we thank you for that. We appreciate it very much.
Wherever you're at in your business journey, you know, just keep working. Just keep adding components to it, keep learning, keep listening to your upline, keep educating yourself, keep training, and you will get there. You know, you will get to the goal.
You have what it takes to change this story, and that deep down this world is waiting for you to rise in creating a better world. Beautiful, beautiful.
So that's the strategic networking framework. And I hope that it's been helpful to you to think about ways that you network, not the ways that you sell. I want you to be confident. You run a business. Be proud of it. Be proud of the products you sell and the target market you serve and the unique selling proposition you offer to that target market.